There you go. All right. Okay, update on Trey Ford.
He saw him out there today. He's back practicing, moving around. I saw him throw some pretty good balls down there going against the A group defense. So it looks promising. Looks like he's moving forward in the right direction.
Javon Leake and Lucas Purifoy were out there. Look pretty good.
Both of them 100%. They're back ready to roll. Glad to have them back.
Niles Morgan.
Niles, we just gave him the day off. I think he'll be ready to roll by game time for sure. But, as much rest as we can afford to give him, we're going to do so.
And Cordell Jackson?
Cordell, same thing. Cordell was a little under the weather today, whatever he's got going on. We just didn't want him bringing it around the facility and other guys. So we just told him to stay at home today.
Okay, there you go. That's done now.
Nice and easy. Nice.
All right.
Trey can't commit to today or this weekend's game or Monday's game, I should say.
Well, he may not be committing, but I'm committing him. So, I'm expecting him to be on the roster this week for sure, in whatever capacity we'll see.
The offense last week, you scored 17 in the first half, 0 in the second. Can you kind of explain what happened, I guess, and what you need to be a little bit more consistent?
Just a lack of execution. Like we need to be more focused coming out in those third quarters. Like, I think somebody gave me the stat for the last 5 or 6 games or whatever. I think we've been over and teams have scored 12, 13, 6, 6, and 12 or something like that, like 50 points, right? 50-0. And as bad as we played offensively, we still had a chance to win in the third quarter. We still had a chance to win at the end of the game. We left our defense out there for 23 plays compared to 6 as far as, 3 2-and-outs. So, we just got to be better and more focused coming out of halftime.
Did the lulls just come in the third quarter, or did they come because of the third quarter? Have you kind of done a deep dive on why it's the third quarter right now?
Well, like I said, a couple of those was where we were playing against the win, right? Those were win games, and so, if you don't get close enough to kick a field goal or you don't score a touchdown for sure, then you're not going to score any points. But those other three, I just have to take more of a deep dive. But from what I've looked at when we watched it together as a team, a couple of days ago, it was just lack of execution. So we just got to be more locked in, and maybe I'll call some easier plays, some plays that we can run in our sleep just to get us going.
Like the switch flipped in the fourth, though.
Yes.
And all of a sudden you're starting to execute at a high level. Just be nice if it happened a little earlier, right?
Well, exactly right.
Even though you were down, you had one possession to win it.
At this point, I'll take a field goal in the third quarter. I'll take anything you can give me right now in the third quarter. But, something happens between the transition of the third and the fourth, and, the guys just started executing for whatever reason in the fourth quarter. But, as a staff, we'll dive into it a little bit more and see what we can do to help those guys get going.
You're a part of these games in 14 and 15 and the last couple of years as well. Played in BC. You didn't really have a rivalry on Labor Day. Coached in Toronto, so you had the Hamilton thing. What does Labor Day mean to you?
It's big. It's bragging rights for the Providence pretty much, especially when you got 2 teams here. I know in Ontario they've got 3, but like you said, it's mostly Toronto and Hamilton that deal with the Labor Day Classic. But to me, it's more about bragging rights for the Providence.
Why has this team had so much trouble? It seems like you've only won 2 of the last 14, which is really incredible when you think about it.
Well, when you give Dave 18 days to prepare, I don't know how many of those other games that we've played against them in 14, 15. They were coming off a bye, but I would say I don't know what their record exactly is, but I know it's pretty good coming off of a bye. So I know we got our hands full.
This is where a game like this, they say the season starts on Labor Day, which is not true.
Right.
But the tension, this is where the more important games start, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, no doubt. For us, we knew we had, Montreal, and then we've got one more Eastern opponent. But, this is our west stretch right here, right? Like the guys understand, we're going to be pretty much in the Mountain Standard Time zone, and there's no excuses. I think this is one early game that we're going to have all year compared to the other ones. And, we've got to go out and play. It's playoff time for us.
This month can be make or break for you guys. Do you talk to the guys about the big picture, or you just focus on Calgary? We
focus on one step at a time. Like Calgary is it right now, and we've got them for 2 games in a row on the 2nd and the 7th, and that's what we're focused on.
But obviously everybody has a schedule and knows what's coming up and how big it is. Right?
Exactly right. Every now and again you might peek your eyes up, but we know where we are right now and what we have to get done in order to stay in this race.
Good.
Awesome. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.